Hi, I'm Debbie Hemsley, and this is part 2 of the Snowdrop throw. During this part, we will be working rounds 23 to rounds 40. Please make sure that you read my terms of use and that you stick to the rules. And I hope you'll enjoy this journey with me as much as I've enjoyed putting this together for you. Round 23. Start with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then we're going to do a back post half double crochet around each of the next 144 stitches. Join with a slip stitch to the first back post half double crochet when you get to the end of the round. At the end of round 23, your circle should measure approximately 28 centimeters, which is 11 inches. This assumes that you are using the same materials as I am. Round 24, we will start with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then we will be doing a single crochet into the same stitch as the slip stitch join. Then going to follow this up with a repeat, which we're going to do 71 times. And the repeat is chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a stitch, single crochet. Chain 5, skip a stitch, single crochet. So do this until you're all the way back round at the beginning, and then if you just wait for me there, I'm going to talk you through the join. Just a little tip on the single crochets on this round, don't make them too tight, as you're going to be working into the 2 back vertical bars on the next round, and you need them to be a little bit relaxed. You should now be just before your starting point of this round. To finish this, we're going to do chain 3, and then we're going to work a double crochet into the top of that single crochet. All that does is bring us to the center point of the loop. Your work will be wavy when doing the next few rounds. Don't worry, it will be fine after round 35. In round 35 you will be decreasing 72 stitches, and this will flatten the work out nicely for you. Round 25. You now have the loop formed by your 3 chain and your double crochet from the previous round. Beneath that you have a skipped stitch. We're going to be working into that skip stitch, and we're going to work behind the loop. Into that skip stitch we're going to do 2 double crochets, then we're going to be working into the back 2 vertical stitches behind the single crochet. You just get this and show you where to find those. That is your single crochet there. You go to the back of it, and there are the 2 loops that you're going to work into. If you find that these 2 vertical bars are a little bit tight to get your crochet hook through, use a needle to just pull them up a little bit, which will help you to get this through. You shouldn't have a problem if you followed my advice in the previous round and didn't do your single crochets too tight. Now you're going to work the entire round behind those loops that you made in the previous round. So just bend the work forward, and then into that skipped stitch we're going to do 3 double crochets, followed by a single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars of the single crochet. You're going to do this little repeat, the 1 single crochet and the 3 double crochets, 71 times in total. Right, we're now at the join, and what we're going to do here is we're going to do 1 final single crochet through the back 2 loops, and then into that same space there, as those first 2 double crochets, we're going to work 1 more double crochet, and then we're going to do a slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet like that. Okay, so that completes the 3 double crochets in that starting setup there. Round 26. The first stitch is going to be just a little bit fiddly, so bear with me, but if you follow my instructions it'll be quite straightforward. Chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Then insert your hook over the chain 5 loop from round 24 and into the center double crochet stitch. Pull up a loop and complete a single crochet. We're now going to start a little repeat, which we're going to do 71 times. Chain 5, and then again insert your hook under the loop from round 24 into the center double crochet of the 3 double crochets. Pull up a loop and complete a single crochet. So you're going to do this chain 5 and then catching that loop and attaching it to that center double crochet 71 times. Complete the round and I'll see you just before the end to show you the join. Okay, we're almost at the point where we're going to join. We're going to do chain 3 and we're going to join with a double crochet into the top of your first single crochet. Round 27. Before we get started on the round, let's just have a look at what we've got here. We've got a loop with 2 single crochets on either side. Behind the loop, if we have a look here, we have got 3 stitches. 1, which is at the top of one of our double crochets. The center one is at the top of our single crochet, which you can see there, single crochet. So that's the stitch that's at the top of the single crochet, and then we've got another double crochet one over there. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working 3 double crochets into the center single crochet stitch there, and then we're going to be working a single crochet into the 2 loops behind the single crochet. Let's get started on the round. The first set of stitches is slightly different from what I've just described. Working behind the loop, you're going to find your center stitch and you're going to work 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2 into that little single crochet stitch. And then we're going to follow that up with a single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars of the next single crochet stitch. Then we're going to start our next set of 3 double crochets into the single crochet, which is the center stitch over there. Your repeat starts with the single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars, followed by the 3 double crochets into that stitch. You're going to do this 71 times. And if you wait for me at the end of the round, I will just take you through the join. Okay, we're now at the point where we're almost ready to join. Our next stitch will be through the back 2 vertical loops of our single crochet, and then we will make another double crochet in the same place as our starting 2 double crochet over there, and then we'll join into the top of that like that. Round 28. This starts with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. You've done this before, but I'll show you again. This, you go under the loop and then into that center double crochet, pull up a loop and finish off with a single crochet. Our repeat starts now. We will repeat this 71 times. So it's chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then under the loop into the center double crochet, pull up a loop and make a single crochet. Second one, 3, 4, 5, under the loop into the center double crochet, pull up a loop and single crochet. So complete that until you are almost back at the beginning, and I'll join you to take you around that join. Okay, finishing off this round. 1, 2, 3 chains and a double crochet into the top of that stitch there. Round 29, starting with 2 double crochets into the single crochet behind that loop and 2 into the same space. Then a single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars of the next single crochet, and then 3 double crochets into the single crochet on round 26. Okay, we've done this before, so it's not something that you're unfamiliar with. And just keep going all the way around. And then if you want to wait for me just before the join, I'll talk you through that. Right, so I'm nearly at the end of the round and we're just before our join. We're going to do one final single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars, finishing off with 1 double crochet into the same space as our starting 2 double crochet of the round. And then just finishing off with a slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. And that's the round completed. Round 30. We're going to be repeating rounds 28 and 29 twice, so that'll take us to round 34. So round 30, start with a chain, then inserting your hook under the loop from round 28 and then also into the top of the double crochet over there, pull up a loop and complete your single crochet. It can be a little bit tricky just getting that first stitch, but just persevere. And then we're going to start our repeat. The repeat consists of chain 5 and then again catching that loop and making a single crochet into the center double crochet. We will do the repeat 71 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and into that center double crochet, finishing off with a chain, with a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Catch the loop into the center double crochet, finishing off with a single crochet. Do that all the way around, and when you get to the last stitch here, wait for me and I will just talk you through that join. Right, just before that final join, chain 3 and then the double crochet join into the top of the single crochet. Okay, I'll see you for round 31 shortly. Round 31, we're going to be working behind the loop formed from the chain 3 and double crochet from the previous round, and we're going to do 2 double crochet into the single crochet on round 30. So we're going to go behind there and 2 double crochets into that little single crochet that we did there. Then we are going to do a single crochet into the 2 back loops from our, a bit tricky to find them because of all the joins in there. Let's just, there we go, that'll do. So we put the hook through there and pull up a loop and complete a single crochet. And let's just recap. To start with, we just start with 2 double crochets into that single crochet that's down there, and we're working behind the loop. Okay, now the repeat starts from this little single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars, and then we're going to do 3 single crochets into the next single crochet, which is the middle stitch of the 3 that you will find there. Okay, so that's our repeat. The single crochet through the back 2 loops, and then the 3 double crochets. Once you get to the end of the round, just wait for me and I'll talk you through that join. Right, so I'm nearly at the end of the round, and we're just before our join. We're going to do 1 final single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars, finishing off with 1 double crochet into the same space as our starting 2 double crochet of the round, and then just finishing off with a slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet, and that's the round completed. Right, round 32, chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Insert your hook under and into that center double crochet, pull up a loop and finish with a single crochet. Chain. Now we're starting our repeat. We will do this repeat 71 times. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to go under the loop into the center double crochet, pull up a loop and finish off your single crochet. So that's chain 5 and catch the loop with a single crochet. When you get to the end, you're going to join with a chain 3 and a double crochet into the first single crochet, and then I will see you for round 33. Round 33, we're going to be working behind the loop formed by the chain 3 and double crochet from round 32, and we're going to do 2 single crochet in the single crochet on round 31. We are then going to do a single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars of the next single crochet, and 3 double crochets in the next single crochet on round 31. And just to show you that again, a single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars and 3 double crochets. You will repeat your 1 single crochet through the back 2 vertical bars and 3 double crochet 71 times in total, which will bring you back to the beginning. And there you are going to finish off with 1 double crochet into the same stitch as the first 2 double crochets and join with the slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Round 34, chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Now we're going to do a half double crochet under the loop and into the top of the center double crochet, half double crochet, which is not what you've done up till now. Up till now you've done a single crochet, half double crochet, then into the next stitch a half double crochet. Your next stitch should be a single crochet. We're going to skip that one, and now we're going to work over the next 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. First stitch, half double crochet. Second stitch, we're going to pick up the loop and do a half double crochet, and the third stitch a half double crochet. We're then going to skip the next stitch, and over the next 3 stitches, half double crochet, pick up the loop, half double crochet into the center stitch, and then a half double crochet into the third stitch in that little grouping. Skip a stitch. We'll do that all the way around, and the skip stitch will effectively decrease 72 stitches across the round. And at the end you should have 216 half double crochet. You will join with a slip stitch into your first half double crochet, and then we will get together for round 35. Round 35, this is a nice straightforward round for you. We're going to do a chain 1 and then a back post half double crochet around all of the stitches. This first one is going to be quite a thick stitch to do it around because of all the joining and stuff that's taken place there. Just make sure that you pick up the whole thing, and then we're going to go around each one with a back post half double crochet. Join with the slip stitch to the first back post half double crochet. Your stitch count should be 216 back post half double crochet. Then round 36, it's a familiar round. We're going to be preparing for our popcorns. Chain 3, which counts as our beginning double crochet. Then we're going to do 1 more double crochet in the next stitch, and now we start our repeat. Chain 2, chain 2, skip a stitch, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. We're going to do this repeat 71 times, which will bring us back towards the beginning of the round. You will then need to do a final chain 2 and then join into this with a slip stitch to the top of the third chain of the beginning chain 3. Round 37, we're going to chain 1 and then single crochet in the same space as our previous slip stitch. Single crochet into the top of the next stitch, and then we're going to do a popcorn, a 4 double crochet popcorn. So we're working in front of the chain 2 and into the skipped stitch, and we do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull it through, close again with a chain. Single crochet into the next 2 stitches and popcorn into the next skip stitch. Do this all the way around, and when you get to the end of the round you will need to do a final popcorn in the last stitch, and then you can join using a slip stitch, and we'll get together for round 38 after that. Round 38, For this round we will be working 3 half double crochets between each popcorn. This is pretty much the same as we've done on previous rounds. So we'll skip the closing stitch. We'll skip the closing stitch after the popcorn, and then we will work 3 half double crochets into the other stitches. So we will start off with a chain 2, which counts as our beginning half double crochet, and then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in each of the next 215 stitches. When you get to the end of the round, you can join with a slip stitch to the second chain of the beginning chain 2, and I will see you for the next round. Round 39 is a very familiar round. I've already done it, but I'll just talk you through it quickly. You start with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then you're going to back post half double crochet around each of the next 216 stitches. You will finish off by joining with a slip stitch to the first back post half double crochet. The stitch count at the end of this round will be 216 back post half double crochets. Round 40. I apologize because I don't have a full video to show you for this particular round, but it is not a difficult round and it is something that you have done before. During this round we're going to be increasing 24 stitches. So let's start. We're going to do a chain 2, which counts as your beginning half double crochet. We're then going to do 1 half double crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. That gives you 8 stitches in total if you count your chain 2. We're then going to do 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Now our repeat starts. 1 half double crochet in each of the next 8 stitches, 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. Do this little repeat 23 times. Join with a slip stitch to the back loop only of the second chain of the beginning chain 2. At the end of round 40, the measurement of the work is approximately 44 centimeters, which is 17 inches. At this point, your work should no longer be too wavy around the edges. It is recommended that you do a gentle blocking before starting the next section.